Just wanted to share it. Put this over here. There we go. That's better. workout. Exhale, switch. I'm exhaling to switch my attention from one heel into the other. Sucking the belly button, collarbone up. Prayer hand to help my balance and focus. And then notice that my shoulders have deviated from my center line, from the squareness of my hips. So I have to make that adjustment. Sucking the belly button with the collarbone. Make the adjustment. Inhale deep. Exhale, soften the hip area by dropping your knee. And then inhale, pull. Lift the toes up, pull. And then keep on readjusting the shoulder line. Inhale deep. Exhale down. Inhale, pull. Switch sides. This time I'm going to do opposite hand and foot. Suck in the belly button. Lift the collarbone. Shift. Notice that my thumb is facing, the holding hand is facing outward, away from my body. So my palm is facing camera. Palm is open forward like my heart. Suck in the belly button. Lift the collarbone. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, lift the knee up and back and out. Up, back, out. Belly button, collarbone forward, back out. Switch. I have not been streaming a lot this week because I've been working on stuff for Justice for Hire, our show, which I'm always talking about. Check it out on TikTok, @Justice for Hire. And anyone can be part of our cast of the show from their phone. It's pretty fun. And doing that and filing a patent, or we have a patent for our company that's producing the show. So that took me all week, very intense. Suck the belly button, lift the collarbone. And then notice that my thumb facing away from my hip, palm facing forward like my heart, off the holding hand. Inhale, lift the knee out, back and up. And then exhale, hold the posture. Inhale, lift the knee up, back and out again. Even higher. Hold, exhale into the posture. Inhale, lift up, back and out again. Do normally about 3 times at the very least. And then exhale, drop it all out. Shifting to centered, belly button, collarbone up. Shift to the other side. This time, opposite hand, foot in the front. Lay the heel, the blade of the foot on your hip line as much as possible. Notice that my palm is facing forward, the holding hand, as is the other hand. Sucking the belly button, lift the collarbone, try to get the hips and shoulders square. Feel the alignment. Inhale deep. Exhale through the knee. So the same color visualization we talk about in Tai Chi happens in yoga as well. Sucking the belly button. It's a tool that you can utilize anywhere throughout your day, and should. I highly recommend it. Inhale deep. Exhale from the belly through the knee. And as you do that, you're melting and softening. Opening the hip. Exhale down. Shift. Once you hit the center, again, belly button sucks in, lift the collarbone. So you reestablish that posture. Belly button pulls through as if imaginary string. It's pulling it through to touch your spine. And then once you have that hold, lift the collarbone. And then shift the weight. Opposite hand, foot. Inhale deep. Other hand open. Exhaling down the knee. Do your best to center yourself onto the center of the heel. Sucking the belly button, the collarbone. Feel the sense of being square with the shoulders and the hips forward. Heart or sternum and nose aligned with the eyes, and eyes looking forward to the distance, or at the camera if you're watching. Inhaling deep, exhaling down. So you're always cycling between the breathwork and visualization, or the combination of breathwork and visualization, and your posture. So you get a posture and then you hold. You literally tell your body to hold, to maintain that posture. And you do this over and over and over again. That's a big part of Tai Chi as well. It's part of breathing through the postures, is actually being able to create a shape and then allow your body to take over maintaining the shape while you consciously move your mind and your awareness through the body. Very important concept. Let's get another uplifting heaven in. Right. Remember, feet parallel, shoulder width apart. Inhale into the belly as if the breath is lifting the wrists. And then exhale out. This is the basic version. Inhale, open. Up above, drawing the breath as a color into the belly. Interlace your fingers, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretch out of the hips, out of the shoulders onto your toes. And exhaling down. And now we're going to widen stance. Imaginary string lifts you up. Sit down, which means that you should not move forward. You're sitting not too far back either, and your toes should not come up. Right in the center. Find your weight on the center of each heel. Imaginary string lifts you up. Relax all the way through the tailbone so the tailbone points down. And then pelvis rotates on the femur here. So that means right here. And once you're down, eyes down, chest parallel to the ground. Inhale, breath lifts you up. Eyes in the belly button. Exhale down. Inhale out. Eyes in the belly button. Exhaling down. Inhale out. Eyes in the belly button. Exhale. And reversing. Inhaling out. Eyes in the belly button. Exhaling down. Breath should feel like a rope that you're climbing. So it goes like this. You just feel like you're pulling in the color that you're visualizing with your eyes open. Exhale. Releasing the color again with your eyes open. You visualize with your eyes open, not closed, when you do this type of work. Drop the hands down. Inhaling up, and now we start our Qigong. Exhale out. So, first exercise I like to do before, it's like my little bridge into Qigong. It's what I call an attention circuit. Inhale deep, exhale. And these are exercises that, from doing Tai Chi push hands, the sport of it, I found that we have to consciously be able to put our mind in one place and connect it to another place on our body, in a rapid way. So this exercise, I like to refer to these as attention circuits. We're going to exhale, pushing the breath through the middle finger of each hand. Inhale, draw the breath through the wrists, and simultaneously, as if the breath is pulling only the wrists, not the arms, but the wrists. And then as you exhale, the middle finger, now that you have some awareness onto it, is as if it's touching on the back of the body. So it's as if wherever the middle finger is, that corresponding part in the back of the body is going to soften and melt out, melt any tension away. So, inhaling up, exhale out, inhale deep, soften the neck, upper back, middle back, the lower back, the hips, down the backs of the legs, behind the kneecaps, the calves, the ankles, the heels into the ground. Wherever my finger is pointing, I'm consciously connecting it to the back of inside my body and softening that part. Inhale out. Exhale out. Inhale deep. One more. And honestly, it's getting a little chilly out here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go inside and continue this with you. It'll be better lighting too. Like I said, I have all this, you see it on my face. It looks really funny. All the sunblock in Los Angeles. So we'll get to it in a second. But if you guys have any thoughts, questions, or ideas while we do this, let me know. And always happy to go over any exercise. Again, I have not been streaming a lot this week, and I'll be streaming a bit more next week. So I originally started, big shout out to my streaming agent, Diane, who I started streaming because of Diane. Her company reached out to me, and really happy that I started it, because I actually love sharing this stuff so much that, yeah, it's just a big part of my daily life. So I might as well share it and have other people benefit from it at a larger scale. So, but Diane's had some challenges in her family, and I'm not sure exactly what those challenges are, but some like emergencies. And so I have not been able to, she's been off for a bit and have not been able to communicate with the company as much. So I want to make sure that we're always, like, I love streaming, but I love streaming, and when I do something, it has to be like strategic. So I want to be able to help, but I want to make sure that the help is being optimized. So I'm not just doing it to do it. I want to do it and reach as many people as possible, help as many people as possible, and use data to do that, which is how I do Tai Chi as well. Like if I show you an exercise, it's not some like foo-foo made up exercise. It's like, it's been tested, and a lot of folks who may do things like, say, MMA, etc. Any martial art, doesn't really matter, MMA, any martial art, who may not have the experience of recognizing how different styles connect together and how the practitioner is the one who is really responsible for making things work together, may look at what we're doing with Tai Chi or what I'm doing with a certain type of exercise and be like, oh, that doesn't work, or something like that. And I'm always like dude, like when you talk to high level practitioners of anything, they often see how high level techniques interconnect. And when I work with like top CEOs, top athletes, top MMA fighters, actors, etc., oftentimes one of the things is how real, how dynamic it is to connect these beautiful modalities. So I'm just going to show you this real quick. While I'm training, like I said, all my time has to be strategic. So I'm uploading hundreds of videos to our Justice for Hire YouTube channel. Again, you can check it out on TikTok, where our biggest audience is. But hundreds of videos, because we have a lot planned this year. We're like on tour this year. And so lots of fun things happening. And so literally every moment of my day, for the most part, from when I wake until I sleep, is actions based on strategy, which is, again, why giving a big shout out to Diane, who I haven't talked to, my streaming agent on TikTok. And I haven't been streaming as much because one of my classes time shifted, and two, we haven't been able to evaluate all the amazing data that we were getting. Like, when I'm streaming certain times of the day, like we're hitting 100% more viewership and engagement than like any other channel with the same amount of people. So I'm deeply grateful for all the people who tune in to this stream and train with me and do this stuff. I absolutely love it. And so I want to make sure, like, hey, is the agency, like, how can we work together to clarify any opportunities and then take advantage of those opportunities so that we could reach more people and affect more lives, because that's the whole point. I think I'm actually uploading my final batch of hundreds of videos. All right, there we go. It should be done today. So if you don't, I'm not going to put all these videos on TikTok. But if you're interested in stunt training, I use Tai Chi to train stunt people as well. And so I just uploaded hundreds of training videos, hundreds of training videos for Tai Chi mixed with stunts, etc. And that's going to be on the Justice for Hire YouTube channel. So some of them, maybe like 5 of them, are going to come on my Tai Chi YouTube channel. But the Justice for Hire YouTube channel will have all of them. And I like to keep those things separate, and only when they cross over, like when I'm doing push hands in my Tai Chi class, in my stunt class, then I show it on my Tai Chi channel. So, and I stream that Friday nights. I would stream it Friday night tonight, but we had to cancel our stunt training because we have Autumn, who's in our cast, who's my girlfriend, as well. Her music teacher has a really interesting premiere tonight that we're going to check out here in LA, and Seems like a very talented, I don't know his name, but it's some sort of film it's going to be at South by Southwest, or was at South by Southwest, and very talented composer. So I'll let you know what the name of that is. But it's like a funny sci-fi film. It looks pretty amazing, actually. So excited for that. We had to cancel stunt training tonight, but we'll be back next Friday for that. So always check in. I stream Friday nights for a few hours. Last week we streamed for like 2.5 hours. It's crazy. So we'll be on that. Today, we're going to go for some Qigong right now, and then finish up, because I got to get to editing. All right, adjust this a little bit. Okay, one more uplifting heaven. Yeah, it was really getting cold outside. And I'm going to inhale, reaching across and over. And again, when I do these things, it's all, when I say strategic, I mean you have to, in my opinion, even a movement in the body should have a method to it. You know, method-based, and the methods are all pointing toward a strategy. Like the strategy being longevity in your life, clarity of your movements, understanding why you stand a certain way, why do you stand a certain way? What does that mean? You know, and is that toward, another question to ask yourself is that toward your goal in life? Is the thing you're doing literally right now toward the goal in your life at any given moment? So I ask myself that all the time. I am relentless with myself in asking these things. And I do my best to, you know, I don't always, I'm still asking myself, but sometimes my own frustration is the answer is no. And when it's no, I'm frustrated with myself because I know better, but I may not be doing it. So, you know, that there's my own internal discipline that I'm doing my best to make adjustments on. So what I'm getting at with even saying this is that even when you do something like this, you may see people do like that. We're doing it like with a method, with alignment. My toes are parallel. My shoulders are square to the window that is behind me. So I'm going to adjust the camera so it's more aligned with my environment, so that my personal geometry and what you receive are more aligned. And again, I talk about personal geometry all the time. That's what I'm checking in on to create this method. Weight on the heels, knees soften. Imaginary string lifts me up. We just did uplifting heaven, if you remember, stretching up out of the toes, out of the hips. Exhaling down. One more, uplifting heaven. So you can remember the personal geometry that you've established to do this shape. And then from one posture, I bridge to the next exercise, and I use the same feet alignment, and I reach and I twist, so I feel the feet alignment that I've established with uplifting heaven, and now I deviate from it up here. I shift the posture, maintaining that sense of groundedness down here. So how can I bring that sense of groundedness through this posture that I'm now doing? Spinning my fingertips, specifically index, middle finger, and thumb. So everything is super focused on very particular parts of the body. And my head, notice that I'm not just flopping my head around. My sense of alignment with my imaginary string lifting me up, that lift doesn't necessarily only pull me up away from the ground. It could pull me up in any direction. But the sense of coming up out of my body, what is straight for me compared to straight up against gravity? So that sense of straight for me is pulling me up this way. And I'm allowing myself to maintain this alignment, my personal sense of geometry. Inhaling up, again, feeling the head lifting up out of the hips. Exhale. Inhaling, reaching over, exhaling back to center. And the color visualization is like a vacuum pulling in through the index, middle finger, and thumb into the lower dantian, the belly. And then I exhale, spin. Inhale, behind the back and over the head. Exhale, spin, pushing the color out. Inhale. And when I say spin, I'm talking about, watch the little spinning exercise that are happening here. This is that's the spin I'm talking about. This little vroom. When you do this overt, and you're doing certain types of Tai Chi or Kung Fu, Wushu movements, it becomes really easy to see the spinning. But when I say spin, I'm talking about the subtle spin, those small circles that actually create greater centrifugal force. So the smaller, the tighter the circle, the greater the force. And when you combine a bunch of different circles moving in tandem, you get, boom, a lot of power. So let's go into our Qigong. Horse stance, half horse stance, inhaling up. Exhale out. Inhale, draw the breath in, hollow fist facing the sky or the ceiling. Exhale down, pelvis rotates on the femur, going down like this. Eyes looking down, elbows in front of the eyes, back flat like a table, chest parallel to the ground. Straight line from the top of the head through the tailbone. So feel yourself being pulled in either direction, both directions, simultaneously. Inhale to the belly. Exhale down the arms, the palms and fingertips. Inhale deep. Exhale down the legs. Inhale deep. Exhale through the lungs. Inhale deep. Exhale wherever you want to gain strength. Inhale, open the hands. And exhale, reach the hands through the body, crossing and then uncrossing them, looking straight down. When you do this, your back will probably bend a bit. You see how my back is bent? That's not good. So I lift my collarbone to make my back flat like a table again. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, spread the collar as far as you can throughout the body, like a radar. 3 more times. Soften the body. Bring circulation to places that need it. Exhale, drop the hands down. Inhale, breath lifts the wrist up. Exhale out to the palms and fingertips. In fact, just for the sense of the lighting in here, it's dark, I'm going to make some adjustments just by taking this shirt off so you can see the colors better. There you go. Got a jiu-jitsu rash guard on underneath. This is called embracing the one. Inhale to the belly. Exhale through the hands. Inhale through the soft part of the arms into the belly. Exhale through the hard part out through the fingertips. 6 times. Try the palms up. This is called holding the golden bowl. 6 breaths. Inhale up the front of the body, toes to the top of the head, like a tidal wave. Exhale down the back, head to heels like a waterfall. Slight tension in your anus, tongue always on the ceiling of the mouth. All the breathing through your nose, mouth closed. 6 times. Hold the breath. Swallow twice. Saliva. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Hold the breath. Right palm over left. Swallow the saliva twice again. Wait to feel the sensation of the saliva of the second swallow falling all the way down. Continue that sensation, self-generating it, to fall into the lower Dan Chen, which is your second chakra. Just 3 finger lengths or 2 inches below the belly button. Like a drop of water falling into a pond. When it hits the pond here, inhale up, like a slow motion explosion, expanding the color in the belly, like ripples. Exhaling down, exhale even deeper. 2-stage inhalation, meaning inhale 1, inhale 2, stand up, exhale 1, exhale 2. And now stay seated. We're only doing 6 of each exercise today. White crane spreads his talons. Gentle grab of the ether. Stand up, massage the temples. Exhale down. Again, if you need to get details on any single one of these exercises, I have an entire hour-plus video of each one of them on my Tai Chi YouTube channel at Jan's Tai Chi. Exhaling, pushing up. This is called White Crane Spreads His Talons. All of these are part of the 12 yin set of Qigong. You'll find that playlist on my YouTube channel. Stay seated for the next 3. Inhale deep. Draw the breath as a color through the hands into the belly. Exhale as if you're pushing weight softly, but it's heavy in the mind. Pushing the color through the palms at the same time. Lifting something heavy, like pulling something that's taut, like taffy. Even deeper. This is Clever Cat Catches the Mouse. Up, exhale down. There's 4 stages of inhalation. Inhale, stage 1, lift the wrist. Even deeper, energize your fingertips. Eyes on the middle finger, even deeper as you pull the fingers apart, like you're pulling apart taffy. Even deeper as you show the hands like claws running through a waterfall, eye on the right middle finger. Capture, exhale. Three more seated. Gentle smile. Always inward for yourself, for every exercise, all the time. Sometimes I have to remind myself because I get really serious and focused on these exercises and I'm not smiling. Whoa! And you gotta smile. All these physiological effects happen when you smile. You want to give yourself all those benefits by self-generating an inward smile just for you. Notice I did a two count hold on the last one. You'll see that in an hour-long video why. Snapping the whip left and right, or cracking the whip left and right. This is the next exercise. Inhale deep. Exhale, breath pushes from the belly through the wrist, and the eye stays on the middle finger of the palm that's facing you. The wrist is only as far out as the shoulder line. Exhale, inhale. 2-stage inhalation, 2-stage exhale. This is an inhale. Exhale, stage 1. Exhale, stage 2. The fingers drop 25%. Inhale, stage 1. Inhale, stage 2. Always do 3 seated, 3 standing. And when you do 1 on each side, each one equals 1. This is white 8, pushes it away. Emphasize the use of the waist turning, not the hips turning. Hips will stay stationary, but turn your core, your waist. From the side. Notice that one hand the thumb, outside of the thumb, ridge hand is called, massages the just below the sternum and solar plexus, and then bounces or ricochets out to protect and guard in front. Other hand is in front of the heart line, in front of the sternum. Seated. Now with a variation, pushing hand on the bottom, blocking hand on top. Notice this pushes, we're going to use the hips this time now. So we're going to use the hips and the waist. When I turn my left hip, my left knee pushes out so that I don't pull the knee with it. So I do my best to keep my knees in the same distance. And then exhale. So there's a stretch in the hip, right in the crease. Hip goes one way, knee goes the other, so the knees can maintain their position, so you don't get unnecessary disruption in your stance. I have scar tissue on my wrist, so when I say palms facing the ceiling, they should, mine just won't turn that way. Sparrow pierces the clouds. I'll back up for this one. Head stays forward, eye follows the middle finger of each hand. I'll back up for this one. Head stays forward, eye follows the middle finger of each hand. Push. Other palm is up, one palm is down. When one hand pushes, the other one pulls. And all the work is happening with the whipping of the waist and the hips. Arm movement is actually minimal. Actually, let's do it seated now. 6. If you find this one confusing, challenging, it's okay. It's the most challenging of all the exercises in the 12 yin set. Again, Sparrow Pierces the Clouds is the name of the exercise, and you can find a 1-hour breakdown of this exercise on my YouTube channel at Jan's Tai Chi. Inhale up. This is called, think about my streaming agent, definitely gotta reach out to her, Diane. Hope she's okay. This exercise is called leading the sheep along. And if you saw my girlfriend's sweater today, it's like completely wool. It's like a sheep. But this exercise is called leading the sheep along. And you're going to inhale, stand up, breath lifts the wrist, exhale, the hands fall one level each. Those levels are hip, solar plexus, and shoulder level. 1, 2, 3. Now I've inhaled, lifted my wrist, and exhaling, floating from shoulder and solar plexus to solar plexus and hip. Inhaling up to shoulder, exhaling down, going down one level each hand. Notice that the arms are not moving left and right, but the body is. The hands are actually only moving up and down. And the hands are maintaining shoulder width distance apart. So my hands stay the same distance apart, and I'm training myself to soften my elbows, which softens my shoulders, which keeps me more sensitive and the circulation moving through the body. And this is also a counter wrestling move. If you're a martial artist, it's very, very effective. Now we're going to stay seated. Same thing. When you sit, you're training yourself to make the circles, the mechanics, smaller. And also you're giving yourself a better workout of the legs. Inhale, breath lifts the wrist. Exhale, drop down one level each. Eye stays on the middle finger of the highest hand. Middle finger of the highest hand. And we're going to just pick it up. Inhale, exhale. Same thing. I've just adjusted the mechanics of the breath work. Giving one breath to one side, one to the other. One inhalation, one exhalation. And now I'm going to switch it. Now I'm going to inhale and exhale. I reverse the breath. So every time you make adjustments, you start to allow yourself more and more to transfer the mechanics. The same mechanics apply. You've just made them more efficient. Inhale up, even deeper, eye and the middle finger. This is called giant snake rolls over the fight. Inhale deep. Exhale. Multi-stage inhalation and exhalation. This exercise here, dropping the elbow, this moment, and then pulling the arm back, up and across. One of the most important exercises, perhaps the most important escape move I've ever learned in martial arts, is simply this. Drop the elbow, palm up, someone grabs your wrist, and you pull, or your arm, it locks your elbow is locked up here, you drop the elbow down, and you pull it to your body to protect it. And that has saved my body, my arm, my life many times. And it all comes from this one exercise. This is it. No other exercise has trained that move for me, but this one. So now we're going to stay seated. Exhale, stage 1, exhale, stage 2. You can exhale even deeper, stage 3 here if you want, or you can inhale here, but it's a stage. And then drawing in, inhale, stage 1, inhale, stage 2, exhale, stage 1, exhale, stage 2. I'm inhaling here, inhaling even deeper, exhale. Depending on how I'm feeling, I'll either exhale here and then inhale, exhale, or I'll inhale here, inhale again. The movement is with the hips and the waist here. There's also variations on how you move the arm, meaning that there's a version where you open the arm more, which is great, rather than connect it to the hips as much, meaning that connect it to the hips and the shoulder doesn't open much. And this is nice to just get some work in the shoulder that is uncommon in the rest of your movements. So I do both. I find the one where you stay closer to your rib cage more effective martially and protects my shoulder more. But I find the health benefits of this one, opening up the shoulder and just getting that work in my shoulder for the joint flexibility and strength, also important. So always, when you learn variations, spend a lot of time on an exercise so that you can feel comfortable with each variation. Very important. And now, elephant swings its trunk. Breathless, the wrists lift the hips. Notice that my hips are going with my wrists, and the breath is pulling the stretches right now because my son's about to get on a plane. And now, inhaling deep, stay seated, and hollow fists. Only squeeze the fists when they hit. Inhale up. And I'm not hitting my legs. I'm actually doing my best. Obviously, I'm hitting my legs, but like my intention is not to shoot the energy into my legs so that they stay in the legs. My intention is to take the pressure and move it down into the ground. You can hear my apartment shaking. So inhale up. I want the energy to go through me. I don't want to keep it in the legs like that, because I'm keeping the pressure, and I can feel it go through my stay stuck in here. So when someone hits you, you want to be able to move that pressure. And I'm not pushing down either. I'm inhaling up and then releasing. But my breath work shoots down. My visualization shoots down. So it's not a push down hard with the arms, as if I'm using my abs and my arms to hammer fists down like that. Instead, I'm dropping my energy and softening completely, a flash relaxation as we call it. But then I push that breath through, and at the last moment, gentle squeeze. And then inhale deep, hands together. Right hand over left. Exhale into the belly. As if you have a ladle in a pot, you're stirring the pot. Big spoon. 36 times from the belly button out, each circle getting bigger and bigger. Don't go past the solar plexus or the groin, the hip line. And then reverse it 36 times in, each circle getting smaller. Inhaling into the belly, exhaling through the palms into that almost spoon-like shape, pushing the energy and visualization through the hands into the belly. Hollow fist, gentle banging, just below, on the lower dantian, just below the belly button. And you're listening for the natural pushback of the belly. You want to feel and become very conscious of the natural bounce. No flexing. 10 times. And then inhale deep, fingers together, exhaling down. Diving forward, pelvis rotates on the femur. Massage the feet, massage your ankles, and then take your index finger and thumb massage on, push your shin muscle on your shin, the tibia out, and massage underneath the muscle on the bone. You'll feel some pressure points. Weight on the heels, inhaling deep, exhaling, color through the palms into the kneecaps, massage the kneecaps. Either side, 3 fingers, index finger on the center line of the kneecap, and grip on the outside of the knee here. My middle finger is going to find the soft part on my knee right here. So this is my index finger, these 3 fingers. This is the center of my knee, the center line. I'm just underneath it, and this is just underneath it. This finger then is going to be properly positioned on the soft part. I'm going to massage that soft part to help my stomach. And then I'm going to reverse, actually going this way. I'm going to reverse my circles on my knees from what I did last time. I normally go up the inside on the first one and down the inside on the second one. That's how I remember. Then I massage down, pushing the muscle to the side, on the shins, massaging all the way down to the ankle. Any soft part, it's massage. Massage on the toes if you can. If you have sneakers on, it's okay, just press on them. And then slap up, and down the legs, up the inside, down, up the outside, down, up the back, chopping up the lower back and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Normally I would stretch here, inhale up, exhale down. But I didn't do my form, so I'm going to do my form now. How long have we been on? Just checking this. Okay, we're going for a few more minutes. Hold on. I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, I'm gonna do my form. A few more minutes. Alright, here we go. So this is gonna be my reverse, my form for my reverse. Every Friday I do my form in reverse, and I do one form in particular, my Tai Chi water boxing hybrid form, Lohabatha hybrid form, which is 6 minutes long. It might take me a little longer. I'm going to do it at least once. I normally do it 3 times, but it's late on Friday. It's late on Friday, and I got work to do before this event. So we're going to go for it. Here we go. Hopefully you can see in here. All right. Must have got something wrong here. Hold on. This is why it's important to do your form on opposite sides. Let me see. Hold on. Punch up. Yes. Yeah, that's why. Doing it the wrong way. Okay. Okay. So let's see. So therefore, go up. Chop down. There we go. I did the dragon whips its tail. Or no, I did the single whip in the way I normally do it, not the opposite. So that's why. Okay, just finishing up. Off on the face to the side, off on the face to the side, off on the face to the side, fingers to the scalp, front to back to front, front to back to front. Anytime you finish Tai Chi, Qigong, Neigong, you want to give yourself a nice massage. Massaging front to back to front, slapping, front to back to front, hollow fist, gentle banging, front to back to front. Grab the scalp, knead it like dough, and release one, two, release one, release one, two, reverse it, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Top of forehead, side, temple, reverse, underneath, 1, 2, 3, top, bottom, switch, top, reverse, and drop the head. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. Close the eyes. Inhale, white line to your belly. Spread through the whole body. 2 more. Bigger circle. 1 more breath. White light as far as you can go, emanating from the body. Gratitude for the body, the good people in your life, the space that you're in. Thank you guys. So happy to do this with you. And I will stream again for sure in the coming days. If not this weekend, then by Tuesday. Again, please follow if you don't already. And my YouTube channel has 3 videos coming out per day, every single day. So it's a lot. Again, at Jan's Tai Chi. That's where the library is. And I'll keep the consistency on there. But I like to stream a lot on here, and I love the community on here. So thank you guys so much. So